Cartoons and cereal. I just started re-recording today. 15 tracks. I gave y'all like 4 or 5 singles. So it's coming. So February. Be ready. Cartoons and cereal came from, well, I started writing it almost 4 years ago now. But I used to write some of the records that actually stayed on the project with my goddaughter in the middle of the night because she wouldn't sleep. So we would stay up and watch cartoons and eat cereal. And then it turned more into what I was going through on a daily. I just decided to give you guys, I guess, episodes, if you would, out of my life and share these stories with you. That's how Cartoons and Cereal came. I worked really, really hard on this project. I believe that it will be able to stand up to the hype, and I'll let the project speak for itself. I like it. I love the project, actually. I can't wait to get it to y'all. After Cartoons, I'm gonna drop another tape. It's called Just Rap. It's more on the lines of my first one called Better Late Than Never. After that, I'm probably gonna give you guys Bittersweet Love Stories. It's a 2-part EP, so be on the lookout for those. How do I take criticism? I take it very, very seriously. Whenever, I put a record out, I always try to go for an audience member that hasn't really listened to my music or doesn't really like the music, so they can tell me what they don't like, so I can work on that. So I can go back to the stew and try to apply some of the things that they may have said to me and use it for the next record. Rap is probably the most people critique the hardest in hip-hop music, and you have to expect that as a hip-hop artist. You can't sit there and think everybody's gonna like everything you do. Being supportive is important, but hip-hop is very competitive, so I don't want everybody to be buddy-buddy, I don't want the same 5 rappers on the same songs, every song that drops. That would be annoying. It's a contact sport, in a sense. It's football. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and hug the other team. It's not happening. So sometimes it can be a little hard to swallow your pride and be like, thanks. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to tell me how bad I suck. Or, it could be the complete opposite. Somebody could tell me how awesome I am. The Life Music Coalition is a collective of people who want to better themselves and the people that are around us. We're not all musicians, but there are activists and other artists, painters, graphic designers, whatever you will. It's really a small family. It's all really sad, the shootings and the stabbings and stuff like that. It's sad. I feel like that comes from a lack of guidance, not only from, I'm not gonna say parents failed, but people talk to your kids. Friends talk to your friends. Talk to each other. Is it really worth it to murder somebody you knew pretty much your whole life over a female? Over a bag of weed? It's depressing. I have a 17-year-old brother. I gotta watch him when he leaves the house. It's scary. I try to touch on a whole lot of issues without sounding too preachy, I guess is the word. I really just talk about stuff that bothers me. I can't touch on every subject. Only one man. The promotion of negativity is fucking whack. I think that shit is whack. I think it's crazy how I'm not even gonna say any names. How a certain kind of music is affecting high school kids and middle school kids to a point where they believe these niggas on records and they're actually going out here and they're shooting at people and they're trying to fight and they're banging a block that they ain't never even heard of until that person was on a record saying it. I think that shit is whack. And I think it's whack when people tell me, oh, well, I respect it because it's real. I mean, it's really killing people. Can you respect that? Can you respect your little brother or your little sister out there gang banging because they heard whoever on a record talk about it and make it sound cool? That shit is whack. I can't respect that shit. I can't respect when people tell me that music doesn't influence people, because it does. It influences, positive and negative emotion in people. It influences people's actions every day. So I think that shit is whack too. Don't tell me that hip hop or music in general doesn't influence people to do negative and positive things, because it definitely does. I wouldn't even say that I am trying to convey a message. What I do is I give you life as I see it. Now, if you see it that way too, that's awesome. If you don't, then you don't. But I am definitely way more conscious about what I speak about and how I do it, because it affects people. My goal with the music is to hopefully get it to touch people, I want people to know that they're not the only ones going through a specific problem, because we've all faced them. Some of our problems are a little different than others, but for the most part, they're all the same. I love hip hop. I love hip hop more than anything in the world. But if I could get paid from doing what I love, that's awesome. And then it's not a job, right? It'd be nice to get paid to do what I love. It'd be nice to get paid to teach people something. But I mean, it's all in how hard you work for it.